House Republicans moving forward with plans to impeach Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. But the House is up against a clock to get a vote on this resolution before going on recess today. The two GOP lawmakers leading this charge say the time to act is now.
Quite frankly, it's either we hold them in contempt or we get the documents or we impeach him. And the only thing that we have control over is the ability to bring impeachment straight to the floor.
We care about doing the right thing. It might have been 120 years since someone's been impeached, but when was the last time you ever saw the FBI take a disproven document with no credibility, no validity, no corroboration, take it to a secret court, not tell the court who paid for it, not tell the court that the guy who wrote it had been leaking information to the press? When have you ever, and not just once, 4 stinking times, and the last one Rod Rosenstein signed.
A worked up Jim Jordan there. Alan Dershowitz is a Harvard Law professor emeritus and author of The Case Against Impeaching Trump. He joins us now. Thank you, Professor, for your time this morning. First off, can you tell us what exactly this means? Republicans have been warning this would happen for quite some time. Now they're actually acting on it. What does it mean?
It is the most short-sighted, and I have to say stupid thing I've heard in a long time. Here you have a president who the Democrats are trying to impeach. If they gain the House of Representatives, they will almost certainly do so. And the big issue will be, can you impeach a president or anyone else when you don't charge him with specific crimes just because you disagree with what he's done? And now you have the Republicans making the case for the Democrats who want to impeach the president by offering bills of impeachment against Rod Rosenstein that don't charge crimes. I'm going to have to write a new book called The Case Against Impeaching Rod Rosenstein, because the same arguments apply. This is so short-sighted. Both sides do this. They use criminal law to go after their enemies. They use impeachment to go after their enemies. The big victim is the American public. Impeachment is supposed to be there for serious crimes. Treason, bribery, other high crimes and misdemeanors. If you don't like the way Rod Rosenstein is responding to your subpoena, charge him with contempt of court. Bring him to court. But do not use impeachment. That just helps the Democrats who are trying to impeach President Trump.
But to be clear, what they are alleging here is that Rod Rosenstein not only, quote, repeatedly failed to produce documents requested by House Judiciary Oversight and Government Reform Committees, but that he also, quote, attempted to conceal certain facts. I mean, based on what they are charging, you're saying that there's no case for impeachment there?
Of course not. There's no crime. Again, read my book. I lay out in The Case Against Impeaching Trump all the arguments. The framers did not want to see anybody impeached unless they committed treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. They rejected a proposal that said maladministration or doing the kinds of things that Rosenstein is accused of doing. If you don't like what he's been doing, that's why we have contempt powers in the court. Congress can seek a contempt citation against Rosenstein, but to use impeachment is to empower the Democrats. When they try to impeach President Trump, they're going to say, look, the Republicans agreed. They agreed you don't need to have a crime. It really will backfire.
Well, that seems to be the sentiment from Adam Schiff, ranking Democrat. He tweeted this out in response to the latest actions on the part of Republicans, saying these articles of impeachment against Rod Rosenstein were filed in bad faith and show extraordinary links to which House Republicans will go to protect Trump. History will record these members as willing accomplices in the most serious threat to the rule of law in a generation, Professor.
But you know what will happen now? Then when Adam Schiff seeks to impeach President Trump or others in the Democratic Party, they will cite Schiff's letter saying, see, you're now doing the same thing you accused us of doing. Look, both sides misuse the impeachment process. That's why I wrote my book. Both sides misuse the criminal justice system. That's why I wrote a prior book called Trumped Up, how the criminalization of political differences endangers democracy. We have to disarm. We have to stop weaponizing impeachment, stop weaponizing the criminal law. If you don't like what somebody does, vote against them, bring them to court, but do not use impeachment, do not use the criminal law to target your political enemies. It's a serious mistake, and it will backfire.
Well, the question of timing is an important one, then, to see what happens next. Democrats are saying this is a direct attack on the special counsel's investigation, that the resolution has no chance of forcing Rosenstein's removal. But the timing of this, House begins its recess until September 4th. We're looking at right as of tomorrow, right? Yes, tomorrow. So could this, could a vote be forced today on this, Professor?
No, because you need to have hearings. You need to have evidence. You can't just create a bill of impeachment and then vote on it. Remember, when people have been impeached in the past, there have been weeks, sometimes months of hearings. I know I participated in the hearings when Bill Clinton was impeached, President Clinton. I testified about that. You can't just vote on impeachment. That would be an abdication of responsibility. So, no, I don't think there's any realistic chance that a bill of impeachment could be voted in the time that remains. I don't think it should ever be voted. It's a big mistake and will backfire against the Republicans. It will backfire against the Democrats if they try to use it against Trump. Let's just take impeachment off the table.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see where all this goes. Timing is going to be an issue, obviously, with that recess starting. Alan Dershowitz, great to have you on the program to respond to all that this morning. Thank you.